Welcome back to
M.A.D.
Melanated,
Animated,
and a whole lot of drama. So today we want to do something a little different, y'all. We decided we're going to do a reaction to a drama flick. Well, a documentary.
Documentary. So as you guys know, Jerry Springer's documentary came out on Netflix. So that's what we wanted to check out. It's called Jerry Springer Fights Camera Action. And we all know Jerry Springer was the trash TV.
It was so great when you were sick at home. You could watch that. That was our daytime TV. That was our daytime TV.
Was our daytime TV.
We watched that religiously.
Yeah. I like to. Got much sour cream.
You can have the sour cream if you want. He married a horse?
Greatest love story ever told. This guy married a horse.
Nothing like Jerry Springer. Richard Dominic was always, first and foremost, a showman. That's what he was trained to do.
You write the headlines, yes, and you can swear to me, unequivocally, that everything in here is true.
Absolutely true.
Two-headed man sings in stereo.
When I was working for the tabloids, my job was crazy headlines. And what I noticed is that once that became the front page, the sales were going on.
Toaster possessed by the devil. How do you know it's possessed by the devil?
Can you say that, Richard? Satan lives.
I mean, nobody was Bigfoot's love slave, but people bought it.
He said no one was Bigfoot.
She said Satan lives. That's how she said her toaster and she carved that. Okay. TV back then was hilarious. That's why it was so good.
It takes you away from your world into another world. And that's what I wanted to do with Springer.
Why have you kept this toaster?
Well, Richard, when all is said and done, it makes good toast.
Pause the show. Pause.
Weston. Is it Weston?
Y'all.
Her toaster is possessed by Satan.
It says on the toast,
Satan
lives.
lives.
And then Homedude's like, y'all probably just heard it, but why keep the toaster?
Well,
it's a good toaster.
it makes good toast. That's all you look. Who cares if it's possessed by the devil himself? It makes good toast. That was hilarious. That cracked me up.
That's hilarious. But that right there tells you what the type of people that are going to be on this show. For real.
No.
See what happens.
All right, please welcome the host of our show, Mr. Jerry Springer.
That was the beginning of Richard saying, do not bring anything to me unless it is going to be interesting with the sound off.
I wanted somebody going through the channels, hitting our show, and saying, holy shit, what the hell is that?
I refuse to work and do this.
Well, it just doesn't matter what I ask, you know.
That's what it was about. It was about getting people to stop.
Hey, Jerry. Bob, where did you get those shoes?
Jerry is silly.
It started out to be a very funny, sexy kind of show. Basically, anything I could get away with at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Black men will say black men will say black men. They went.
That's those niggas in the front row.
I see, somebody doing a rap. It's like a party.
Get down.
I told the stage manager, when he comes out, I want everybody on their feet. And I want them to chant, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. They're like, really? Yeah, that's what I want. Because people at home, they're going to think he's famous.
that was kind of, I think, the.
I hope they don't come up with a baby.
And that's what made it work. He made it work.
Dominique, tell me about that one night stand.
I have to tell you because I'm not going to lie anymore. I used to be a man at one time.
Pause the show! Pause the show! That was very common. You know that?
I know, but I'm not.
She said,
That cracks me up. Because when I tell you, it cracks. Okay, it's kind of. I won't say it does. It cracks me up. I feel bad for the dudes because like that toxic masculinity, that part. So when they get duped by a female, you know, and they were like, "Well, I used to be a dude," I'm like,
it's funny to me, but I also
but
be
it's like,
y'all don't know where y'all sticking y'all shit, yo?
well, I mean, a lot of the times, like, they look good. Black people look good. Like,
I
a
know.
lot of times, the black people, you don't even know unless you're told. The white people are the ones where I'm like, I don't know how you don't know. I don't know how you don't know. Because after they get bottom surgery, it's, you know, they're like, you don't know. She hates the harness. She keeps trying to. She hates the harness.
The
She
bosses
has to wear
were
it.
crazy about Richard's ideas.
They were kind of embarrassed. But now it's saved. Let's see how far we can go.
Today, in an exclusive interview, we're going to talk to Earl Z, a man
Who cut off his own penis.
Okay, pause the show. Pause it.
TV.
I know I've seen some, Jerry,
Mm-hmm.
but some of this stuff is bringing up stuff I swear I've never seen.
Well, mind you, this is like early years.
Right.
You know, a lot of the ones we're watching is already when they're just like baby mamas and fighting, you know, stuff like that.
I'm like, bro.
But I do remember. They're most likely reruns, but I do remember where it wasn't always just like you the daddy,
Baby mamas
like
and
you
stuff,
know,
yeah.
fighting. Like I remember when there was stuff like this too.
Ooh, I
Like,
kind of
could've
want to
been
go back
reruns
and watch
because I was
it.
young,
I
but
need to go back and watch some of this stuff because I'm like, there was what on TV and no one clocked it.
I used to say there's no way in hell back then that they used to have this because they stay like the FCC or SCC. I say this wrong all the time.
I have no idea.
They stay like monitoring stuff, so I can imagine them allowing it. Which the guy said they kept trying to.
They kept trying, but they were like reading
So
some more.
orderly organized that whole thing. My desk was very similar to this. Well, my desk has a story all the time.
She got style.
I had come from the
Oh,
tabloid
look, she
world.
stayed having style.
So obviously Richard was looking for people who thought that way. And the minute I was hired on it, it was crazy intense.
Ivy, where are you? I need you to move really quick.
This is Studio B in Chicago. Now, for the first time, we take you behind the scenes to find out how we make the Jerry Springer Show.
I'm curious how much they paid these people.
It was still scary, you know.
To be
he
on
sat
show?
behind
Yeah.
his desk
You
smoking
think they paid them anything?
cigar.
Take the camera
Oh,
off the
no.
me and go shoot all away. If anybody's got a problem, tell it to me.
Whereas
I mean, I guess if
Jerry,
people want their 15 minutes of
everybody likes
fame.
him. You meet him and it's like,
I mean,
he's like the dad you want to have. You know, he's calm and he's nice and he's self-deprecating. And to be able to combine this kind of highbrow personality with these everyday low
That's a 14-year-old prostitute.
Yeah. You didn't see that earlier?
It
Oh,
was
No.
yeah.
It worked.
A problem for you guys, and she was like,
No.
Why do all these people look so familiar to
so
me?
you're kind of perfect because you can talk to
because maybe you saw him on the show.
Maybe. Like, all these people look so
Springer.
familiar. Like, I've seen
Yeah.
them before.
no, put him through.
The guests were advertised for during the shows at that time, especially, and people would call into the number,
Right.
and they would all be written down on these big sheets. Are you in a strange and unusual relationship and want to tell people? Are you cheating on your spouse and you want to surprise them?
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Okay,
This
pause
was
the
their
damn
chance
show.
to tell their story.
Okay, talk soon.
I
Wait,
swear.
hold on, it's about to go commercial.
was very high pressure.
This is the Emirates Premier.
So,
Oh my God. Oh my God. I would be pissed.
they had a 1-800-69
off.
Jerry. And they said, so what? You got a special relationship. You got...
You cheating on your girl.
Girl, what you doing? What's life about? What's happening? What's going on? What's juicy in your life?
I would be so pissed off if
you
my
were-
man was cheating on me
and decided to tell me
on the Jerry Springer show. Are you fucking kidding me?
Embarrassing.
No wonder bitches were
Fighting. Because you weren't gonna embarrass me.
Cause
And
you're not
nothing-
gonna. No.
I'm not about to sit here and be embarrassed and nothing not happen to you.
No.
We're fighting. I'm throwing
And your 15 minutes of fame, you ain't gonna get no fame. Cause you'll be remembered as a nigga that got his ass beat. Ooh, I wish. Ooh. And, I need liquor in this. Ooh. So he's the bad guy.
He wouldn't ever talk. He'd sit behind his fucking desk with a cigar, like a mob boss, and just sort of nod his head and he'd go, "Good story, go get it." You know, you better be ready for something, frightening. I mean, his philosophy when I got there was, what are we doing to scare the competition?
You guys ready to go? You ready to roll, Todd? You ready to roll out there with your money? Okay, let's do it. You are? Okay, man. Here we go.
I knew that we had to keep changing the show to make it work. If you stayed sexy for too long, it would then be boring. Always give the audience something new, something shocking.
Oh, hell. I didn't see that episode.
Welcome to the show.
Today we're meeting brand new members of the racist hate group, the Ku Klux Klan, to see if we can convince them to give up the KKK before it's too late.
I don't think anybody knew how crazy that show was going to be. Like,
What do you mean you didn't?
whoop ass.
Here is Mike McQueen.
Pause. Pause. What do you mean you didn't know how crazy that was gonna be?
No, he said he didn't. He said he doesn't think that they all really knew how crazy the show was going to become. Like, like they didn't like. Because remember they were saying that Richard approved everything.
Yeah, he did.
So, like at first they were like bringing in these, I like
sex
to stay,
workers.
I like to stay naked. I like to wear a diaper.
I like to marry a horse. You saw him make
Yes.
out with his it.
Yeah.
I mean,
But he was like, Richard was like,
we need
more, crazier, psychotic, and then they bring up the KKK.
this.
Like, what in the world? But did you hear Jerry? I guess
They were trying to convince them to turn back. Fuck that. I couldn't have been the audience because I would have bum rushed the stage, bro.
Look, he's in the beginning stage. They're in the beginning stage.
I don't give a damn.
It's like trying to stop them from joining the gang.
Bite the curve, bitch. Bite the curve.
Oh, I hate that every single time I think about that movie. Oh. But you saw that woman who's best friends with an ex-member of the KKK. Like, she's black, and her best friend used to be in the KKK.
Yeah, how did you deal
talk
with that,
shows was
girl?
usually internal. A mother and a son, a husband and a wife, that kind of thing. But what Richard did, and ultimately what the show did, was that he expanded that. So it would be like Klan members conflicting, and
Another thing I wanted to say, also the difference between this and Quiet on the Set. Richard's actually a part of this. Quiet on the Set, Dan Schneider wasn't a part of that at all. Dan Schneider was hit on the side of the head with that.
Well, I mean, Richard sounds like he knew what he was doing, but he was like, I was just doing it for the ratings. That's what he's giving off. Mm-hmm. He's not taking any responsibility for what happened. He's just saying, hey, I was doing it for the ratings. It was a job.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to bring in the next thing because that was my job. Because he said in the beginning, it was because before he did this, he was doing tabloids. Mm-hmm. He did the big, crazy exotic names on those tabloids. That was his job. So he knew this TV, he needs to bring it. Not just say it, he has to bring it.
He moved the line.
What country you come from, black boy? What country you come from? You don't even know. You were a slave, and so were Jews. Jews were slaves 4,000 years ago. They're still slaves.
Okay, we're all laughing at you because we know you're stupid.
He said, we don't love it at you because you're stupid.
We're all laughing at you because you're stupid.
And then I go with black power! Black power!
And I was like, boo! You want me wanting to watch Jerry now?
This is literally making me like, I need to see the horse episode, bro.
I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that.
I need to see how did you meet the horse?
I refuse to watch because that horse has no say in what's happening.
For real.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that was so I can't. That poor horse.
I mean, Jerry was the son of Holocaust survivors. He understood the real danger of bigotry and hatred, and to put it out for public consumption. He should have known that.
Well, my next guest says he's finally mad over the things our guests today have been saying, and he's going to set them straight. That's what he wants to do. He's a controversial civil rights leader as well. He's the founder of the JDL, the Jewish Defense League, a very controversial organization. Here is Irv Rubin and his bodyguards, Al and Joseph.
And his bodyguards. Because I'm sure he needs bodyguards.
Richard didn't.
Not the Ku Klux Klan guy going boo, thinking everybody's gonna boo with them. Ain't nobody booing him.
Every single segment, something had to happen.
He just let the emotion play out. Like he could see the anger was getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
And he would let it get
bigger. The second they went on stage, like that was it. Fucking game over.
Oh! 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 Beat their ass, bro! Beat their ass! Beat their ass!
If you
beat their ass! Beat their ass, bro! Beat their ass! Woo!
It was like an atom bomb going on.
Oh!
The audience members! The audience members! Not the audience members! The audience members are big mad!
I mean, it was horrible.
It was violent. It was brilliant. And it rated through.
It was horrible. This is said it was brilliant.
It was like the one guy said it was horrible, the other person said it was horrible. This guy, it was brilliant. Richard is a menace to society.
Richard is a straight instigator. Okay,
He's a whole
straight instigator.
He puts money on the instigating blood. He's an instigator.
Like in the dictionary, it needs to be instigator and his face.
His face,
bro.
Richard is wild.
That was hilarious. He said it was brilliant.
I wonder if that was the first time they had fights on there, and now Richard's like, because I think it's the first time.
Oh, that probably
because
was.
mind you, the audience members got out of their seats.
Yeah, they weren't used to that, and they didn't really have enough bodyguards.
They didn't have enough bodyguards. I think that was the first.
That may have been the first, but that makes the most sense to me. Why would you bring? I know why he would bring. He probably didn't expect them to fight though. But I'm telling you, if you are bringing me on stage to the Jerry Springer show, and the person you're bringing me in, you're telling me I need to tell them to not like hate black people or whatever, I'm knocking some sense into them and then going to talk to them. I'm like, you see that in genetics? You see those genetics that kicked your ass just now?
Look,
Maybe you should stop thinking like that.
I will talk. Because I will try to solve something, with my words before I start throwing hands. But then eventually, if it ain't getting through, and you go sit there so mean, act real. Okay,
I can't. I don't.
Because
It
also
happened so
also,
fast though. I didn't see who grabbed who.
It was the Jewish guy going for the dude's whatever he
head.
had on
Okay.
his head. That's what he went going for, and then
it popped off.
Yeah. But like in my opinion, I also wouldn't want to be the first one as a black person, be the first one to go after the because it would just be like, see, yeah, that's what all black people are. That's all they are gonna do. All they do is fight. I didn't throw hands first. He did. You know, it would have been that kind of situation. And I'm not proving no Ku Klux member right out of nothing.
You're right.
I ain't proving them right
for
nothing.
You're right.
Yeah, he's gonna be wrong all day long till the day he dies. He's gonna be wrong. So yeah. Woo! Not Richard!
That was funny though. You said it was brilliant.
Here, if you're producing a show that you want to be insane and unlike anything that's ever been on
Why
TV,
you keep your hood on? Why you
Where'd
keep
you
your
go?
hood on?
That's what
You
you
believe that. Be proud. Believe it.
At that point, Richard was like, game on.
Let's go have some fun.
action.
I knew it.
Why you so proud?
Something happened. The women are fighting!
The girls are fighting. Oh! She stole her. She said, "Ooh."
Oh, he said no. They're a gay couple. She big mad.
It was about
Not
the
you.
yelling, the fighting.
People do.
Noah thought you were attacking. Okay, Bookie. Thank you for being protected.
She said, "Quiet down."
She thought you were attacking. You started swinging. When you start swinging, she goes for it. Go to your bed. Thank you. Go to your bed.
She childish.
Go to your bed.
She said, "Not my mama.
Yeah.
I'm not hitting her."
She went.
No, it was the Ku Klux Klan member pop. That you not black.
She was the Ku Klux member.
She had that black on. And
It was like it had a spider on it. They were something else.
I thought
They were
because the
something
girls
else.
were wearing the black, so I thought they were Ku Klux Klan members.
That was a girl and the man. That man started hitting that.
Oh,
fucking
even
black
worse.
woman.
That's even
No,
worse,
that was
bro.
a big old man too.
Mm.
No, but those two girls though.
It's the gay couple for me.
They're making out. I think that was her husband or something.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. I told you about that BL that I thought was really bad. It's called For Him.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's a waste of time. But the one thing that was perfect, because I showed you, was that first episode when he was trying to get into his boyfriend's apartment. And the girl was standing right there like, and he mollywopped her. He mollywopped her. She went, it corrected me. Oh, I repeated it like 5 times. That's hilarious.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, how good am I made?
The audience loved it. They loved it.
Of course they loved it.
We're American.
It was as
What do you
primal
expect?
as the Christians and the Lions and the crowd roaring for blood. And that was what Richard wanted to tap into.
Guess what? I'm a man. I'm pregnant by a man. You all about to fight?
That's television.
I think the only reason I would have to fight another woman over my man cheating, because first of all, I'm in a relationship with him. I don't care if you knew he had a girl or not. Well, I do care, but it's kind of like I'm not going to fight you because at the end of the day, he's the one who wasn't supposed to step out.
Right.
Like, I'm not in a relationship with you.
Right.
And the only way I would be fighting that woman if it was
A
friend, a sister, your mama, because you see no.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I think it would be that it was like seriously.
It has to be someone who knows.
I trusted you. Like, oh hell no, we fighting.
No, for
like
real.
that would be the only time. Because at the end of the day, I'm not fighting no female over a dude. Because at the end of the day, he was in the relationship with me. Like, so I hate when I like these things. I remember being young too and being so confused why the girls were fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I've always had that mindset. Like, why are the girls fighting? Isn't he the one? I'm so glad I always had that mindset.
Yeah.
Richard dominated.
Because a lot of times the girls don't even know.
Yeah.
Why are you fighting a girl who didn't even
There was
know?
a direct relationship between violence and ratings because that's what people will tune in for.
See, she pushed him and swung on the
Swung
girl.
at her. Because he's
And
still.
he watched all the time. He says, it just makes me laugh and laugh and laugh. I just love that show.
Once that happened,
My sister
they
stole my
never tried
husband.
to do anything that didn't fall into some kind of a
No, for real.
confrontation
That's
or
when I would fight.
unusual to look at.
I know that if we have two people,
I remember him wearing. I do remember him wearing that. I
that
can't
the
remember if it was.
probability is they're going to go at each other.
I want your
And you
lover.
want to, don't you? I want the show to demonstrate outrageousness, yes.
And that will be another reason why I would fight too. Like, first of all, yes, it's between him and it, whether he knew I existed or not. But if you're blatantly coming to my face talking about I'm getting him, now we're gonna have to fight because how you can have him, but I'm still gonna kick your butt. Like, don't play me like that. She literally, it said on there, I want him to be my lover. What did it say? I want your lover. I want your lover. Something that so you're blatantly coming to my face, full on disrespecting me.
I would wait.
You ain't disrespecting me.
I'll be like, okay, if he wants you, you can have him. And if he's
first,
like, oh, I want her, then I'm like, I'm beating your ass. And then if he's like, oh, I don't want her, I'm still beating your ass. Either way, you get your ass beat.
At the end of the day, because you're the one over here like coming to my face about it. Like, you're not the
Can't be pretty with two black eyes.
I got tired of hearing the priest tell me that I'm working for the devil and that we were showing the wrong side of human nature. Like, and
but y'all know y'all giving them views by turning it on and seeing how bad it is.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
In a free society, the media should reflect all elements of that society, not just the mainstream.
On our show, for example, we have Klansmen on. We have neo-Nazis on. They killed my family. I hate these people. I hate what they stand for. But in America, what is it? I may hate what you say, but I'll fight to the death your right to say it. We really believe that.
No,
The
seriously,
beauty
that's true.
That's true.
The
Very
person.
valid.
And one of the reasons why that show was so successful was because he didn't judge. He didn't say, I don't want to do this show. I don't want to do that show. I don't want to have this person on. He didn't want to censor anybody.
I would hope that you will feel some sense of responsibility for the kids that are influenced by violence that is acted out on your show.
Okay, so
I hate when they say that.
Me too, because at the end of the day, why are you not monitoring your child? I would not let if I knew what. Okay, example would be Kamara, Journey, Xavier, and Josiah. Right? And I've been with them since they were born. You know. And when I watched them, when any of us watched them when they were younger, we did not let them watch. We monitored what they watched. You know, we weren't just gonna be in the other room while they're turning on Cardi B, you know, and Cardi B and Megan shaking stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they can watch it now because they're older. They know better. But back then, we weren't going to put that in their face.
Exactly.
So
and
why are you not watching your child?
I hate the argument so much. Like, you're leading the kids to violence.
Why?
That's your parenting.
That's your parenting.
Because
why is your kid watching
I was able to watch it young. I wasn't like no 6 or 7, but you know, I was 10, 11. And my parents let me watch it, and they knew I wasn't gonna go be like, you know.
First of all,
that's your own parenting.
First of all, when I was real young, I didn't even know what was going on. I'm just over here like.
Exactly.
Whoa.
What's going on?
You know,
there's a bunch of people yelling. Why are they yelling?
And then when I got older, it was just entertainment. Like, because my mother taught me properly.
Exactly.
She taught me what was real and what wasn't.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's, you know, using Cardi B and Megan as an example. Do you remember when Cardi she was doing a live and she was listening to her song.
Yes, and her daughter came.
She turned it off real quick, and everybody was like, "See, then why are you making that music? You don't even want." And she's like, "Cause she's a child. I don't make kid music.
Exactly.
I'm not making no Wiggles jingle."
Which is what I don't understand with people. It's like, why could you make this stuff?
This
It's not for kids show. It's adult. It literally came on during daytime TV.
While kids are at school.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And yes, it came on at 2:30 a.m. But they actually
Kids
should have been in
asleep.
bed. They actually should have been in bed. So that to me is like maybe y'all need to work on your parenting skills because that's a stupid argument. And I say that
this show was
nowadays.
not made to teach kids anything. This show was made to entertain adults.
Exactly. And that's the same way with music. Like if people got this thing, why you don't child listen to that? Turn on Radio Disney and shut the hell up.
You know what I mean? Look.
Shoot.
I make music for adults.
Literally.
I'm not over here going fruit salad, yummy, yummy, like that. That's not me.
Could you imagine? I want that banana and that apple. Give me fruit salad. Go apple. VeggieTales, yeah.
Like vegetables.
If I
that
thought
argument get
for
on
a
there.
second that my show would be hurtful to society, I wouldn't do it. It's a television show. It's a television show.
Exactly.
We will all survive it. Thank you for having me.
Literally, it's a TV
It's
show.
a TV show. Whoever said Think Home TV was real, the news isn't real.
No.
So what makes you think?
Everybody around us, you know, were like, you're just producing trash. Even my family hated
Black
it.
white lover.
I mean, my father did not like the Springer Show.
Yes,
Or
I
what
would
it
watch
represented.
So, what happened to the Russian vessel?
The dispenser is jammed, Captain. It will take days to repair.
We don't have days.
That's
My
Toby's
dad is
dad?
a production designer for Saturday Night Live since 1975.
Oh.
And I've been in awe of him. It's Saturday Night Live, for fuck's sakes.
You heard my orders, too.
Aye, sir.
He was, you know, sitting on top of the mountain, and I'm like getting
Saturday
scratched at
Night
the
Live
bottom
was
of the
pretty. I mean, it was
food chain.
trash, but it was pretty like raunchy too.
One Christmas, my dad said, what you do isn't television, what I do is television. I can still picture his face, and it was of disgust.
That's
I didn't talk to my father for 4 years.
I thought it was going to say 14.
I thought it was gonna say
So
10.
Richard became my dad.
Oh, God,
And it was,
not
you know, it was hard.
I'm very angry at this moment. You owe her an apology. And I want you to give her one. Right, just a second.
Oh, okay.
If you're going to roll your eyes,
I'm not
get
rolling my
the fuck outta
eyes.
here.
I'm not rolling my eyes.
I said to Toby, you know, I'm depending on you to get this job done, to give me those shows that I need. I never told him what they were, but I knew that he understood what I meant, that I wanted the crazy stuff.
He's owning up to what he's owning up to it.
You know,
Yeah,
just
you
trying
want the
to
crazy stuff.
keep the balls in the air and make this the best show ever. You know, because there's some stories which probably went too far.
Oh, my God.
Hey, help me out here. You honestly think it's okay that a brother and a sister sleep together?
Yeah.
And you're not
Let's
embarrassed.
meet your
She's
brother
on
who
TV,
made
not in.
you pregnant. David.
You're not embarrassed.
Many of the people on the show have real problems. But the way to get help for serious problems is
Why did she
not
move
to
away
go
from him if she was fine with
to a
it?
television show in front of an audience where you're being jeered and ridiculed.
You
Exactly.
made it
Exactly.
funny. You didn't mail it in.
They look too much alike.
They're related.
No, I mean like so much alike. Like they kind of look like
You wouldn't
they're
believe
more
how
than
many people said to me
related.
on the
Like
telephone,
her mom.
"Can't wait
They're
to
and
meet
Brennan.
Jenny."
yeah, like they look off.
Yeah, I did.
A lot of the guests were earnest. They literally did think they were coming on to solve a problem. You wouldn't believe how many people said to me on the telephone, "I can't wait to meet Jerry. I really hope he can help me with this." Jerry didn't help anybody with any of it. He just stood there and did his thing.
You say you still love her? Yes.
You tell her how sorry you are that you ever slept with her. She is your sister, for God's sake.
These guests got it all out in this really extreme environment where there's a lot of people looking at you.
I would also feel bad because
judging
when they
you.
really
I mean,
did think
very, very
when
tough.
people really did think
Especially
they were coming
considering
on
these
to get
were
help.
people,
Yeah,
just
but mind
coming
you,
into town
when the show's
from
so popular,
whatever
you knew you
small
weren't
town
gonna get
America
help
they
because
live
you
in.
see the show. You know
Yeah.
no one gets help.
There's this triangle you
People are
can
just
draw.
fighting.
Yeah.
From, like, Tennessee to Ohio to Georgia. Like the Bermuda Triangle was called the Springer Triangle, where it's like 75% of all the guests in the history of the show.
Thank
came
God.
from
I'm not.
that
Thank
region
God
of the
there was
country.
no.
But like, you just
You know,
know when did
these
you say
are
75%
to
were what?
Georgia. Like the Bermuda Triangle was called the
This-
Springer Triangle, where it's like 75% of all the guests in the history of the show came from that region of the country.
Yeah.
You know, these are
Rural
small town folk,
Alabama,
right?
like
And you're
where
really
you
trying to
sleep
sell
with
it
your
to them.
cousin.
Like,
You
Yeah.
know,
God,
like
it's great
places
story.
like that.
We want to give people the opportunity to see that. If you do it on the show, you get to sort of settle it once and for all.
Oh.
In order for them to deliver, they have to like you. Okay, cool. So you treat them like they're, you know, kings.
Oh, so this is how they do
You
it.
send them a limo to pick them up to drive them to the airport. They land at Chicago O'Hare and get into a limousine like their mind is blown. A lot of guests, they've never been to big
Just
city.
imagine you're from
Rural.
nowhere.
Yeah.
And you get to limo, you get to eat good food.
You know,
You
we
get
arrived in Chicago, and I swear to God, from the second they picked us up from the airport,
okay. I
they
was about
did
to say.
everything in their power to
I was
get
about to say I want to hear from the
Somebody.
as crazy as possible. They gave us so many drink tickets. They were like, "Go hog wild,
Drink
have fun,"
tickets.
and so we got wasted. And then we got to the hotel. We kind of kept the party going. We probably stayed up till 4 in the morning. Maybe slept for an hour. They woke our asses out of bed at like 5 a.m. and were like, "Okay, it's time to go down." And we were like, "What?" I remember being in the elevator on the way down, and somebody else from one of the other shows was just like, "Yeah, I was up all night doing speed." I probably got to the green room at like 6 o'clock in the morning or something.
Alright, so again.
The producers were there from the get-go, just kind of like coaching us on what to say and how to act.
What have you done for me? Nothing! I've done everything. I take your kids to the bathroom.
The guests get their
But
hands
she's giving that episode a bone.
because that's how it used to be.
Sprint, right?
That's what that's.
Produced.
I hate you. You can hate me all you want, but I'm screwing your man! I don't care. Dad, don't give up on him. Don't give up on him. You're doing great. Don't give up on him because you know why? You are the victim here. Tell me what you've done for her. Does she know how much you love him? Yeah, okay. You know how much I love him.
They had to be the kind of guests that when they got on stage, they knew how to tell their story.
That's so
Maybe
wrong.
even ready to
Right,
fight if
seriously.
necessary. But, you know, sometimes guests get on the stage and they don't do what they're supposed to do. And that's when your job as a producer is to make sure that they did.
You're not giving me anything here, honey. You're living this life. I don't know what it's like to live your life. You've got to make me understand what it's like to live your life.
I would throw the door open to the dressing room and like pick up a chair and throw it across the green room, you know, and start screaming
Just
like,
riling
"Do you
them
care
up.
about my sister's feelings?
No, I don't, man.
Goddamn right you don't."
Rile them up.
Oh my God,
Well, you know what? You're a snake. Okay, go. You're a terrible, awful human being. You're a genetic disaster.
You had to reach into their brain and tap on the thing that would make them laugh, cry, scream, or fight.
Get out there and fight for her.
Because you're a meth-head pizza.
You're starting a shit fight. You rev them up to,
This
you
is
know,
making me
tornado
really
level,
sad.
and you send them out on stage.
Because it's not like I didn't know that they were hyping these people up, but it just to,
I was just getting angrier.
just to
and
see
angrier
it
by the
breaks
second,
my
and I am
heart.
not an angry person.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna see her episode.
Please meet Darren. He says he and his girlfriend have discussed marriage, but before he can follow
Through on that, he has a confession he has to make.
So if they were prepping them, then they knew what they were going on the show for.
That heart was pounding. Like I felt like it was about to burst out of my chest. I was tired, crazy, ready to fuck it up.
Either way, but she knows what's
I can see you with somebody else.
They weren't treating you sensitively. They weren't interested in what kind of impact it was going to have on you. It was all for the show.
But does she know? I'm curious, does she know? Because they were revving these people up. Did they know what was being revealed?
That's
So
what
they were
happened
revving
most.
people up?
So we're not trying to help nobody. We're not trying to save anybody.
Well,
You were here
Yeah,
to tell your story in such a way that's going to be entertaining and just hit those numbers. That was it.
I don't, because I'm like, did these people know? Because y'all revving them up.
They're revving them up.
But like, if they came on to reveal something, did they tell them? Because to me, it wouldn't make sense to tell them. You're revving them up for all this stuff. It wouldn't make sense to tell them what they're going to be told, because it would remove the shock value.
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all revving these people up, and then they're revealing like stuff to people. Like, dang.
Yeah.
By the late 90s, a formula that Richard Dominic had created was so effective that Springer had closed the gap to Oprah. And at that point, she did speak out against them.
Jerry Springer is in a class all by himself, if you want to call that a class. I think he just is, he's out, he's gone. That whole show.
Is it appalling?
I think it's appalling. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oprah would say, how could Jerry put those guests on?
But here's the thing.
Jerry didn't put those guests
I was about to say that. I was literally about to say that. It's not Jerry.
No, it's Richard.
And this is the same thing that they did to Madam the psychic. What was her name? Chloe, Madam Chloe, Chloe the psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was the one who got sued and this and the other. Mind you, all she is the face.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't like the person. Like, all she was the face of the commercials.
Yeah.
Like, the people on the back were the ones doing these
all
readings.
the stuff.
Like,
yeah.
they were on the phone doing the readings and this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they said, because I watched her documentary too, I think like they had like forged her name on all these things.
Wow.
So that's why she was like getting sued and stuff. Like, it's the same thing. Like, it's not Jerry. Jerry is just the freaking face of the freaking show.
Yeah. He's just the host, y'all.
I put those guests on.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's on.
You're yelling at the wrong guy.
I watched the other day, and this guy pulled his pants down, and there he is. He opens himself. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
But you led the way with this sort of confessional TV and people bearing their soul.
Confessing and bearing your soul is one thing. Bearing your penis is another.
The way that Oprah behaved compared to the way Jerry behaved, like Jerry was class act.
She does a real talk show. I don't do a talk show. I do a circus. There's just no lines.
He gave her the right of way, and she punched back. It was so inappropriate.
She says that your show is both for television.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can.
Poor Jerry.
Poor
Jerry.
Especially because
He literally said, "You're doing the
Jerry
talk
was
show."
so
I'm
nice.
not.
He
Jerry
said
was
Oprah pissed him off?
The nicest man in the world. He was a great man and a gentle man. And I felt like she needed to be taught a lesson. And that's when we went after her. And that's when I could taste the blood.
Springer show. It had to be like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when I get a call from this guy. He says, "Hi, my name is Mark." And I go, "Hey, Mark." And he's like, "I've been meaning to call the show for a long time." Okay, cool. Because you guys are the only people that really would understand me. I left my wife and my 2 daughters for a Shetland pony. Really?
Just the horse guy.
Huh. And I'm like, this is a fucking dream. So the difference between bestiality and You is what? The animal loves you back. He said that he and Pixel looked at each other and they had an immediate connection. Okay, that's weird.
Yes,
I was petrified to pitch it. How am I going to pivot?
You were petrified to pitch this to Richard.
Because he said, like he said,
Toby came in and
he said, how am I going to pitch a love triangle to a
who
minute
married his
horse?
horse and wants to come on the show. My first reaction is, will the horse be there?
I'm telling you, Richard would say yes to anything.
Why?
Richard would say yes to anything.
Okay.
That was easy.
Richard would say yes to anything.
Ooh, I used to love Jerry.
There was this weird buzz in the studio where, like, nobody could talk about it. Like, we were all sworn to silence.
I definitely seen Toby.
Because we had to make it a surprise.
That's all I was about to say.
Well, you know, there's been all this controversy about all the fights. Well, today we have a love story. Please meet Mark. He's been together with his wife for
10 years and married for the last 5. Please welcome him to the show, Mark Rock.
Oh, that poor baby. Oh my gosh, that poor baby.
You watch the cutaways to the audience and they're just like this, like.
No,
So
no.
Nobody could speak.
So you actually had a ceremony where you married this horse?
Yes.
You live with this horse?
Yes.
And you are having intimate relations with this horse?
No.
Yeah.
You should
This
get
is
arrested.
pretty sick, isn't it?
But did you know it's still legal to marry horses in America?
Okay.
They have a guy on who married a horse, who was kissing the horse on stage. This was the most vile and grotesque freak show that's ever been on television.
It was the perfect.
And Richard with his
I mean, it was
cigar
everything
in the
I
background.
wanted it to be.
He said it was everything he wanted it to be.
It was like, whoa.
That was Toby.
You know, this is pretty incredible. It was like the best show ever.
Oh, I'm sick.
And
I'm
then,
sick.
like, 2 weeks later, the show goes out.
Said nope.
The fact that it got banned, that it hit basically every huge newspaper in the country, that the Jerry Springer show.
I was like, no wonder no one's ever seen it. I've never seen that before.
Curious about it.
Wow.
New York saw it and that was it.
Yeah, there's
It's the
that.
train wreck that you can't rip your eyes off of.
Jerry Springer is one of the greatest entertainers in the world.
He's one of our idols. Whether it's news, soap operas, primetime television, whatever picture
Jerry
we get
was
of
on,
life, we don't get anything that is raw and
Jersey
real.
Shore Family
Jerry
Vacation.
Springer. He's been doing this talk show for 7 years. But it's only now that his ratings and popularity are soaring through the roof.
This gladiatorial formula has appealed to enough base instincts to catapult the show to the top of the daytime ratings.
Dina and Nicole are trying to do like
Springer is the first talk show host ever to knock Oprah Winfrey off her throne as the queen of daytime talk.
Oh my God.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We did it.
That was an incredible watershed moment.
Get out, Oprah.
It's just like, yes. I mean, it's, think about it. Nobody ever beat Oprah. Also, it's got vindication. You know, like, yeah, you used to always look down at us and talk about us and make fun of us and we're trashy, but now look what happened.
I mean,
the
but
trash wins the day.
Yeah, but I mean, if I was them, I would feel that way too.
yeah, I mean,
Like, you bagged on us all the time. Now look at me, you know?
but for also that's really just reflects our society.
It really
We
did
love
just
trash.
mushroom
America.
right like a
It's
huge
trash.
America.
explosion. There was always a Jerry interview.
Please welcome everybody, Jerry Springer! Jerry Springer!
You know she did a rap?
Roseanne.
Uh-huh. She's like, they tried call me racist, but I love it. Like, I said, girl.
Mr. Jerry Springer!
There was no question. Jerry and Richard were on top of the world. I mean, the riches that it gave them. And the
Poor
fame
guy, he wanted to go
were
into
very
politics
compelling.
and this is what happened.
But what did they have to do in order to achieve it? I mean, the degree to which Jerry sold himself out and the degree to which he was complicit with Richard in exploiting the people who came on the show is something that has serious consequences.
Even though Jerry was just doing his job, he still had to be like...
He agreed.
Just like any other manipulative situation, you need to instinctually pull out of them those points of tension that create a soap opera.
This was basically a Stanford prison experiment.
Stanford prison?
You were playing with people's psyche until you get a result.
Here he is, Ralph.
That's where it all gets really dark.
A lover's triangle turns deadly, and the man in the middle is now a murder suspect.
All three people involved have been on the Jerry Springer show that day.
Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
Are you surprised?
No, I got Jerry out, but I'm surprised.
Oh my God! Alright, y'all, that was part 1. So we'll see you for part 2.
Yeah,
Go to the next video.
Just a second.
Go to the next video.
Go to the next one.
Click
Right
it.
here.
Or is it right there? Wherever it is, click it.